Working runners often feel tired before the run even starts. Not injured, just flat. Heavy legs, low motivation, and an easy run that feels a lot harder than it should. We have all been there. Almost every time, the instinct is the same. Go back, look at the training plan, and look for gaps. But that is the wrong place to look for answers for the working professionals. Most of us think that our body manages training stress and life stress separately, but it does not. Training stress, work stress, emotional stress, sleep debt, all part of the same system. There is no training compartment. There is no life compartment. One cup, everything goes in. Researchers call this allostatic load, the cumulative physiological cost of repetitive stress across multiple systems, cortisol, inflammatory markers, and autonomic regulation. And the core insight is simple: the body does not care where the stress is coming from. When we spend 8 to 10 hours making decisions, switching between tasks, and managing low level workplace tensions, absorbing the ambient friction of a commute, that has measurable physiological cost. Cortisol accumulates and sympathetic nervous system stays slightly elevated. Inflammatory markers spike. This is not abstract tiredness. These are the same biomarkers that move when we train, which means we can be simultaneously undertrained and overstressed. Two runners, same training plan, same weekly volume. One works a calm, low interruption day, one manages a high pressure job with a back to back meetings, family needs, or both. On Thursday evening, they will feel like completely different athletes, and neither their training plan or their watch will tell them why. That thin line between adjusting smartly and losing fitness, between backing off and breaking down, that is exactly what this channel is about. This entire series is built on those small decisions. Subscribe if you don't want to miss any of it. So, the logical response to it is to sleep more. Get a good night in, wake up fresh. Most of us have tried this. It does not fully work all the time, and there is a specific reason why. Sleep debt builds cumulatively and clears slowly. Research shows that performance continues to decline across consecutive nights of even mild undersleep. And most importantly, the person stops knowing how tired the person actually is. For working runners who train early, every 5:30 am alarm that cuts sleep from 7 hours to 6 is a 1 hour debt. Across 3 different training days in a week, that's 3 hours of debt built per week. The body is slowly falling behind, and it feels exactly like fitness is declining. But even working runners sleeping 7 to 8 hours are not fully escaping this. The cortisol accumulated during a workday actively reduces the quality of the sleep, compressing the deep sleep and REM portions. The hours look fine on the watch. The recovery value is not. Research tracking recreational runners over a full year confirmed this cycle. High training load, degraded sleep quality, and poor sleep impaired the next day's performance. Each one makes the other worse. This is where it gets practically difficult. When we feel flat before a run, we ask the same questions. Is it the training? Is it the workday? Is it the sleep? The symptoms are identical. The root cause is not. And we can't fix a problem we can't diagnose. The diagnostic tool we need already exists on our wrist. HRV, heart rate variability, reflects autonomic nervous system's current state. High HRV indicates rest, recovery, readiness. Low HRV indicates stress, fatigue, insufficient recovery. And critically, HRV is sensitive to both physical and mental stress equally. This means HRV captures the full cup, not just the training portion. A low HRV on a recovery day is not a training signal, it's a life load signal. One means adjusting training, the other means protect recovery time, reduce notifications, and get to bed earlier. When we start reading HRV as a total load data rather than just training recovery data, it becomes a completely different instrument. But we can't change the workday, and that's the obvious objection. The job is fixed, the commute is fixed, the meetings are fixed. We can track all of this perfectly and still not be able to do anything about them. True, but the solution does not require changing the workday. It works alongside your job, targeting each source specifically at low cost. Three interventions, each one targets a specific source. For sleep debt, midweek reset, peak one night, maybe Wednesday, that works well. Target 9 hours, no alarm, this is not rest. Sleep banking before a high load period has shown to counteract some of the performance effects of accumulated fatigue. One extended night midweek measurably improves Thursday and Friday sessions. Treat it like a training input because it is one. For cognitive load, the pre sleep window, what we do in the evening determines how well that process works in the next morning. Screen exposure and notifications in the evening keep the stress response elevated exactly when the body needs to wind down. Melatonin gets suppressed, sleep degrades. The hours looks fine, the recovery value is not. So pick up a cutoff 2 to 3 hours before bed, screen off, notifications off as a recovery tool, not a lifestyle change. We are already managing work, family, and running simultaneously. That requires elite discipline. Most of us are already there. We just need to own it and protect it for us. For accumulated fatigue, there is a third intervention, and it's the most counterintuitive one in the list. It involves drinking coffee and immediately going to sleep. Not after, immediately. The mechanism is specific, and the training window is narrow. If it is done wrong, it makes things worse. If it is done correctly, research shows that it outperforms either coffee or nap alone. And almost no recreational runner knows it exists. Comment coffee nap below if you want a detailed video on this. In the next video, the 6 pm crash. Why working professionals hit a specific physiological wall in the evening. What causing it and what to do about it. And why evening is actually the best time to run physiologically. Coming next week. If you don't want to miss it, do subscribe and hit the bell icon. This is Birajology, train with understanding.